Welcome to the JTP Sports Podcast. We want to give a big shout out to the guys from the Black Light for the theme music intro to the show. It's available on all streaming services, and you can check them out at the Black Music on Instagram. You can also find more information from them in the pod description.
Back, Ted.
Hey.
And Joey is here.
How's everyone doing?
And I am Paul. And on this episode, we're going to have a little fun. We're going to go over every team's projected win total and give our over and unders, as well as the division winners, the AFC and NFC champions, that as far as we have them, are our picks for the champions for each conference, and our Super Bowl matchup, and who do we like to win that. These are most likely going to be 100% wrong, but we're going to throw it out there anyway. All right, we're going to start with the AFC. In the East, we have the Bills, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Patriots. The Bills' projected win total this year is 7.5. Ted, do you have that over, under? How do you see that number?
I see it under.
Joey?
And you said I can't. Well, I can't push on 7.5 anyway, so I'll probably say 7, so under.
All right, I got them under as well. We got the Dolphins at 4.5. Ted?
Over.
Ooh, Joey?
You're really going to kill me with this push thing, but I'm also going to take the over.
You can't push on a half, man. You got to, go.
Oh, I thought you said 4. I thought you said 4. My mistake. I'm sorry.
No, it's 4.5. Yeah, 4.5.
Yeah, well, they might win a half game and then forget to come out for the second half. So moving forward.
They might. Yeah, they definitely might, especially if Fitzpatrick is playing. They're definitely going to do that a couple times. I have the Dolphins as a hard under. There's no way that team is winning 4.5 games this year. The Jets are at 7.5. Ted, how do you got that one?
I've got it under.
Okay, Joey?
I'm going to go over.
I got that as an over as well. And the Pats are at 11. Ted, what do you think?
I've got them over.
Joey?
I'm going to have to push on that. I like the 11 for the Patriots this year.
Okay, perfect. I got him an over, and my division winner is obviously the Patriots. I don't see that going any different. Ted, who do you got to win this division?
Oh, I've got the Patriots winning the division.
And Joey, you do as well, yes?
That's correct.
All right, let's move on to the AFC North. We got the first team up. Well, let me just get through that. So the AFC North is the Bengals, Browns, Ravens, and Steelers. This one's going to be interesting this year, most likely. Cincinnati, 5.5. Joey, how do you see this one?
Under.
Ted?
Over.
I got that as an under. Now here we come to the Browns. Joey, how do you see the Browns? They're at a 9.
Under.
All right, okay, Ted?
I'm pushing. I'm saying 9.
Really?
Yes.
And you're that high on Baker. I'm shocked. I thought he was
Fantasy
going to be
QBs.
over. All right. Okay. I got that as a push, actually, as well. The Ravens are up next. Joey, 8.5.
Over.
Ted?
Under.
I have that as an under as well. Pittsburgh left at 9.5. Joey?
Over.
Ted?
Just barely over.
And I have that as an under, technically, because of the half. Okay, Joey, who do you see winning this division?
I've got Pittsburgh winning it by 1 game over the Ravens.
I've also got the Steelers winning this one.
Wow, that's crazy. I do as well. I'm shocked that Ted isn't going with his boy Baker and the Browns here, but I guess that's not, written in the stars, so that's fine. We all got Pittsburgh on this one. The AFC South is next with the Colts, the Jaguars, Texans, and Titans. The Colts are off the board because of the Andrew Luck retirement. Jaguars are at an 8. Ted, what do you got?
Push.
Joey?
Under.
I got them under. Texans are 8.5. Ted?
Way over.
Joey?
I don't know what way over is, but I'm also taking over.
Yeah, I got an over on Houston as well, mostly because of the Luck retirement. I think that kind of pushes them over the top for me. And the last team left is the Tennessee Titans at an 8. Ted, what do you have?
Believe it or not, I'm pushing on that.
And Joey?
Under.
I got them at an over, so we're all kind of different with that team. All right, let's go down to the AFC West. That's the Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, and Raiders. We got the Broncos at a 7. Joey, what do you got?
Under.
Ted?
Over.
Okay. I have them unders, but slightly. This was one of my toughest ones. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up right at 7 or 6, somewhere right there. Next up is the Chargers at a 10. Joey?
Over.
I'll also take the over.
I got this as a push. I don't see them doing more than that, but we'll see what happens. Chiefs are at a 10.5. Joey?
Over.
Ted?
Definitely over.
Yeah, I got this as an over as well. Leaves us with the Raiders. Joey? At a 6. The Raiders are at a 6. Joey?
I'm surprisingly gonna take the over.
Ted?
Wow. Don't understand that. I'm going to take the under.
Okay, I got this as a push. Actually, I see them right at 6 this year. I think we forgot to go over the AFC South Division winner.
Yes.
We did. Yep.
Who's your AFC South Division winner, guys? Ted?
Oh, Texans.
Joey?
Same here, Houston.
Yeah, I got the same thing. And I got the Chiefs in the West. Joey, who did you have? Chiefs all around, I assume?
I do not. No, I actually believe that the Chargers and the Chiefs, by virtue of the Chiefs' defense not getting any better, and by some metrics getting worse, I think it comes down to divisional records. So I've got the Chargers and the Chiefs both at 11 wins.
Wow, okay. Ted?
So who gets the tiebreaker?
I'd have to dig a little deeper into the schedule. I've looked at it. I didn't look at it too crazy in depth, but I kind of think they might split their two meetings this year, and it would come down to the Chargers and Chiefs record against Denver and Oakland. But I've got Oakland winning 7 games. You guys have them winning 6 or less than that. So I mean, it depends on their interdivision record. So you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. The hell with this. I'm taking the Chargers.
Okay. Ted, you got the Chiefs?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so who do you guys have coming out of the AFC to play for the Super Bowl?
So for winning the AFC, I've got the Chiefs.
I'm going to go a little out there. As we've done with all of our other fantasy and other projections, this is all based on relative health, and I know that's a big if, but if everybody's healthy, I'm taking the Houston Texans.
No way. That's who I have.
Really?
Yeah. I actually picked Houston as well, based on who I have.
It.
Yeah, based on who I have winning the divisions. The Pats to me are definitely starting to decline. Even they did win the Super Bowl last year. I got Pittsburgh in a very close north. I mean, I could see the Browns winning that as well potentially. No chance the Ravens win it or the Bengals. The South, Indy's now out, so I got Houston in kind of a runaway here. And then the West, you got the Chiefs and the Chargers battling out for that. Like you mentioned, the Chiefs' D is suspect, and I was really torn between Houston and the Chiefs, but the defense is just problematic. And the Chargers, they're just probably going to have to play the Pats again and lose again, and that's going to leave Houston Pats or something like that. And I just see Houston overcoming it and coming out in the AFC. So I also have Texans. Let's move on.
So then let me ask you this then, guys. I've gone on record here saying that I believe the Chargers and Chiefs are going to both finish with 11 wins. So in my opinion, my wild cards are going to be the Chiefs and the Ravens. How do you guys see that?
So I've got the Chargers as the wild card coming out of the West there, and the Browns as the wild card coming out of the North.
Stunning. Paul?
Yeah, I definitely have the Chargers, and then I'm torn because I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets do surprisingly well this year and challenge with 8, 9, even maybe crazily 10 wins because of who else is in that division. The Browns are the sexy pick. I mean, if I had to pick one, it's probably the Browns as well, but I just don't see them doing anything in the playoffs. They're just not ready yet. They kind of remind me of the Bears last year.
Oh, definitely not ready to... I think the Browns will make it as a wild card and be quickly eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, most likely the Pats and either the Chiefs or Chargers are the buys, right? Or maybe even the Texans.
Right.
Maybe even the Texans.
I got Pats and Chiefs as the buys.
Yeah, Pats and Texans probably for me because of that division now without Luck. And the Titans are going to be better, but I don't trust them. And the Jags, I have no faith in at all. But we'll see how it plays out. But if those are your two buys, then your wild cards would be, in my estimation, the Browns and the Chargers that would have to play Pittsburgh and Kansas City, most likely. I just don't see the Browns beating either of those teams. Pittsburgh maybe, but they probably wouldn't play them. They would probably play the Chiefs. So we'll see how it plays out.
Especially like when you're talking about like playoffs, you're talking about playoff experience.
Right.
You know, Ben Roethlisberger, or you're talking about a team that's, you know, very high powered like the Chiefs or whoever else you've got. Yeah. So.
All right. Let's move on to the NFC. In the East, we have the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Giants, and the Redskins. The Cowboys are at a 9. Ted, what do you got?
And this is the very last one of these that I have. This is my final push.
Okay. Joey?
Yeah, I hate to do it to you, Paul, but I'm also going to push at 9 and 7.
All right. You guys are just, weak. I got them in an under. I don't believe in the Cowboys. Under for me. Let's move on to the Eagles, 10.5. Ted, what do you got?
Over.
Joey?
I also have the over.
I do too. I see them running away with this one. Giants at a 6. Ted?
Under.
Joey?
Under.
I got that as an under as well. And the Redskins at 6.5 somehow on here. Ted, what do you got?
Well, as a Washington resident, I can tell you it's a firm under.
Joey, what do you got?
I can't argue with a firm under.
I don't know how firm it is, but I also got it as an under. So let's move on to the North. We got the Bears, Lions, Pack, and the Vikings. The Bears are at a 9. Joey, what do you got?
Over.
Ted?
Over.
And I got them over as well. The Lions at 6.5. Joey?
Over.
Wow. Ted?
I've got them as an under.
Yeah, I got them as an under. I think they get 6. The Pack are actually at the top of this. I think it's schedule related. They're at a 9.5. Joey?
I think when the three of us discussed this previously, I had them right at 9, so I'm going to go under that 9.5.
Also under.
I have them as an over. I actually had the Pack winning 10 games. And it pains me to say that. Let's just get that clear. The Vikings are at a 9 here. Joey?
Under.
Ted?
Under.
And I got them under too. I think they win 7 or 8 games this year. Who do we have? Real quick, who do we have winning the NFC East? I believe it's the Eagles for everybody.
That's it. Yep.
And do we all have the Bears in the North?
The Bears.
All right.
Well, that depends. You did say that you took the over on the Bears, but you also believe that the Packers. So you're establishing the fact that the Bears are going to have one more win than the Packers.
I am. Yeah, I believe the Bears win 11 or 12 this year, and the Pack at most win 10 in my estimation. So
fair enough.
Yep. Let's move on to the NFC South, which is the Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, and Saints. Tampa Bay is at a 6.5 here. Ted, what do you got?
I got them under.
Joey?
I also have them under.
I got them over here.
Sure.
Yep, exactly. The Falcons are at an 8.5. Ted, what do you got?
I got them under.
Did he just say he's got under on the Falcons at 8.5?
He did.
Wow.
That's right.
I'm taking the over on that one.
But just barely.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I got an over as well. Leaves us with the Panthers at an 8. Ted, what do you think happens there?
Over.
Joey?
Under.
And I got them under as well. Saints at a 10.5. Ted, over under 10.5 for the Saints.
Oh, I've got them over.
Joey?
Over.
I got them over. We all have the Saints winning this division, I assume?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, leaves us with the NFC West, the last division. That's the 49ers, the Cardinals, the Rams, and the Seahawks. The 49ers have an 8. Joey, over under on an 8 for the Niners.
Under.
I'm thinking under also.
I got it under too. I don't know what we're going to get out of Jimmy Garoppolo yet, so I'm just not convinced. Cardinals at a 5.5. Joey, over under on 5.5.
Ooh, man, this is obviously contingent on Kyler Murray, but I've got to take the under there.
Yeah, and I think it's not only just Kyler Murray, but this whole new air raid offense that they're trying to port in from college. I don't think it's going to work out, so I've got the under.
To steal something from our colleague here, this is a firm under for me on the Cards. There's no way that this team is winning 6 games this year. The Rams at a 10 in this division. Joey, what do you got?
Over.
Ted?
Over.
So do I. And the Seahawks at an 8.5. Joey?
Over.
Ted?
Over.
I got it under. So I have the Rams winning this division. Ted, who do you have?
I've got the Rams winning.
I also have the Rams winning.
All right, so who do you guys have coming out of the NFC?
So out of the NFC, for the Super Bowl, I've got the Saints going to the Super Bowl.
Wow. I am reluctantly going to have to agree with Ted.
All right, well, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it or hide it. I'm just picking the Bears. So I'm going with the Bears. I think that this is, if they're gonna do it, that this is going to be the year. Like, the team is primed for it. I don't know how many people are gonna be around next year if they stay healthy. I think they're gonna do it. I don't see the Rams as good enough competition for the Bears. They proved it last year. The Saints are tough to pick against, and the Eagles are very good too. But we're just going to go with the Bears versus Houston in the Super Bowl. Who are your guys' wild card teams this year out of the NFC?
So I've got the Seahawks and the Cowboys as the wild cards.
Ooh, man. So based on what I was looking at, I've got Atlanta at 9 wins, the Packers at 9 wins, and the Cowboys at 9 wins. I also, if I remember looking at the schedule correctly, if it all comes down to that, and there's obviously other tiebreakers, I think that the Cowboys are going to beat Green Bay late in the season, but that also has a lot to do with Ted's BFF forever, Ezekiel Elliott. And of course, the immortal Dak Prescott. God. You know what? I'm taking Atlanta. I'm going to go Atlanta. I'm going all birds here. Seahawks and Atlanta as the wild cards.
All right, I have Atlanta as well, but I also have the Packers. I said I have them winning 10 games. I think that's the way it plays out, at least in my opinion it is. So we have our Super Bowl matchup.
Wait. Hold on a second. Yeah. No, never mind. I already said that the Rams are winning that division. So
right.
Stick with what I got. Seattle and Atlanta.
Yeah, I see most likely the Eagles and the Saints getting the byes here. Maybe the Bears and the Saints. The Saints, in my opinion, are definitely... if everything is equal and everybody's healthy, are definitely the team to beat, at least on paper, because of the division they play in. The wild cards, if it's the Falcons and the Packers, I just overall don't think they're good enough to get through all the way to the Super Bowl. Like I said, I got the Bears versus Houston. My pick, it's a homer pick. Hate me all you want. I got the Bears winning the Super Bowl. Ted, who do you got?
I got the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
And Joey?
If it's a New Orleans-Houston Super Bowl, I'm picking Drew Brees to ride off into the sunset.
Yeah,
Saints.
If it is the Saints and not the Bears versus Houston, I agree with you. I'm picking Drew Brees all day to win that.
I wouldn't even say I'm picking Drew Brees. I think Sean Payton finds a way to run on that Houston defense with some sort of combination of I think if he's relying that late in the season on Drew Brees coming through, then the Texans are going to win that Super Bowl.
All right, before we wrap this up, let me throw one at you guys, put you on the spot. Ted, who's your league MVP this year?
Ooh, that is a tough one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I would have to go with...
I thought you were just going to say Baker.
No, definitely. Yep, definitely. Again, fantasy and league, not necessarily the same thing. But no, MVP for the season, I would say Pat Mahomes.
Joey?
Now, keep in mind, I don't have them winning the division, and as was so eloquently stated before, great quarterback play doesn't necessarily equate to wins and losses, but it would not stun me if Aaron Rodgers were to win the MVP this year.
Okay. I got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
What?
I'm just fucking. No, I'm kidding.
You guys think I'm crazy. Holy shit.
No, I think Matt Ryan Matty Ice, I think he's going to have a breakout, just a really crazy year. And I think Mahomes kind of, comes back to earth a little bit this year. And I did say that I have the Falcons as the wild card with probably about 10 wins. So if, everything plays out the way I see it, I see Matt Ryan having a huge year. He's my MVP pick.
Now, hold on. Before we go too far, I'm already having buyer's remorse. So I'm going back to the window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put a secondary bet down because I've already gone on record to saying I don't know how this Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur marriage is going to work out. And that just dawned on me. So if I'm picking the Houston Texans to go to the Super Bowl, I'm counting on their offense being dynamic. So I'm going to double down on one Mr. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. That wouldn't surprise me.
Aaron? I'm going Deshaun.
Really either. I just don't think that guy has much more in terms of output than he did last year. So I like him, and he's very good. I just think that there are quarterbacks that have. To me, he's not that top elite echelon level QB in terms of passing. He's just a step under that.
He will be this year. Put $1,500 on it now.
$1,500. All right, Mr. Big Money Spender right here. All right.
I have none of that money, so you put your own money on it.
Yeah, I'm not putting it on Deshaun Watson, but all right. Yeah, I was really convinced that Ted was just going to go with his boy Baker, but I guess it didn't work out. So that's right.
Just trying to bait me into some Baker bets.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe. All right, I think that does it for our team over-unders, our playoff team predictions, our Super Bowl prediction, and our MVP choice, for each of us. Thank you for listening. Check out our other episodes. Click like and subscribe.
Such a simple plan to follow.